Air superiority. This is the apex predator of the sky, a purebred dogfighter designed for one mission: to sweep the enemy's fighters from the sky and achieve total control of the airspace. An air superiority fighter is defined by its extreme performance, emphasizing high speed, a phenomenal rate of climb, and incredible maneuverability. It is armed primarily with air-to-air missiles and a cannon, though some designs can also carry limited air-to-ground weapons. Its primary job is to defeat enemy aircraft and protect friendly forces. Any ground attack capability is secondary. The American F-15 Eagle and the modern F-22 Raptor are among the most famous and capable air superiority fighters. Interceptor. This is a specialized type of fighter that is less common today, though the air defense interception mission still exists. An interceptor was a purely defensive aircraft, designed with one goal: raw speed and altitude. Its mission was to take off, climb as quickly as possible to high altitude, and shoot down incoming enemy bombers before they could reach their targets. Maneuverability was sacrificed for rate of climb. The Cold War was the golden age of the interceptor, with aircraft like the American F-106 Delta Dart and the Soviet MiG-25 Foxbat, a massive jet that could briefly exceed Mach 3, but was typically limited to about Mach 2.8 in service. Multi-role. This is the dominant type of fighter in modern air forces. A multi-role fighter is a versatile jack-of-all-trades aircraft that is designed to perform both air-to-air combat as a fighter and air-to-ground attack as a bomber effectively. This versatility allows a single aircraft to fight its way to a target, deliver precision-guided bombs, and then fight its way out. The cost and complexity of modern jets means most air forces can no longer afford specialized aircraft, making the multi-role fighter the standard. The American F-16, Fighting Falcon, and FA-18 Hornet are classic examples. Fighter-bomber. This is the classic historical bridge between a pure fighter and a modern strike aircraft. A fighter-bomber was a fighter aircraft that had been adapted to carry a significant payload of bombs or rockets. While it retained its air-to-air combat capabilities, its primary mission was often tactical air support for ground troops. This role became prominent in World War II and the Korean War, with aircraft like the American P-47 Thunderbolt and F-84 Thunderjet excelling as rugged and powerful fighter bombers. Strike. A strike fighter is a multi-role aircraft that is more heavily optimized for the air-to-ground attack mission. While it retains the ability to defend itself against other fighters, its primary purpose is to be a bomber. These aircraft are often, but not always, larger and/or built around more fuel and payload capacity, optimized to haul heavier air-to-ground loads farther than a pure air-to-air fighter. The American F-15E Strike Eagle is the quintessential example of a fighter that was redesigned to be a powerful, long-range strike platform. Stealth. This is a modern type of fighter defined by one primary characteristic: all aspect, very low observability, or stealth. These aircraft are designed from the ground up to be much harder for radar to detect and track, greatly shrinking the range at which they can be reliably seen. Their shape, materials, and internal weapons bays are all engineered to absorb or deflect radar waves. This can let them penetrate heavily defended airspace with a much lower chance of early detection, improving the odds of first look, first shot, first kill. The American F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II are the premier examples of this type. Dayfighter. This is an older but fundamental classification for a fighter aircraft designed for optimal performance in clear daytime conditions. A dayfighter prioritized speed, agility, and pilot visibility, and it was not burdened with the heavy and complex radar and navigation systems required for night operations. Most of the iconic fighters of World War II and the Korean War, like the British Supermarine Spitfire and the American F-86 Sabre, were quintessential dayfighters. Night fighter. The night fighter was a specialized type of aircraft developed during World War II to counter nighttime bombing raids. Many were twin-engine aircraft, large enough to carry early airborne radar and an additional crew member, which helped them find enemy bombers at night. As technology matured after the war, this role evolved into the all-weather fighter, a more sophisticated aircraft with advanced radar and navigation systems, capable of operating day or night and in poor weather. Heavy. The heavy fighter was a major category of combat aircraft during World War II. These were large, twin-engine fighters designed for long-range missions, where a smaller, single-engine fighter could not reach. They were often packed with heavy armament and sometimes radar, making them versatile platforms. They were used for a variety of roles, including as long-range escorts for bombers, as night fighters, or as ground attack aircraft. The German Messerschmitt Bf-110 and the American P-38 Lightning are classic examples. Escort. An escort fighter is a fighter aircraft with a very specific and difficult mission, to accompany friendly bombers all the way to their target and back, protecting them from enemy interceptors. The key requirement for this role is extreme range. The most famous example is the American P-51 Mustang. The introduction of the P-51, especially when fitted with drop tanks for very long range, was a game changer in Europe by dramatically improving deep escort protection for bomber formations. Light. This is a design philosophy that prioritizes agility, low cost, and simplicity over heavy systems and long range. A light fighter is a smaller, more nimble aircraft designed for air defense and regional air superiority. The concept is to create a cost-effective fighter that can be produced in large numbers. The American F-16 Fighting Falcon began its life as a pure light fighter designed to be a supreme dogfighter before it evolved into a heavier multi-role aircraft. The modern Swedish JAS-39 Gripen is another prime example. Naval. This is a fighter jet specifically designed to operate from the violent and confined deck of an aircraft carrier. A naval fighter is not just a land-based jet with a hook. It is built with a much stronger airframe and landing gear to withstand the brutal, controlled crash of a carrier landing. It often features folding, or wingtip folding wings to save space on a crowded deck, plus specialized systems for catapult launch and arrested recovery. The American F/A-18 Super Hornet and the French Dassault Rafale M are prime examples of modern naval fighters. Reconnaissance. Before satellites and drones dominated, high-speed tactical reconnaissance aircraft, often based on fighters, were a key tool for gathering battlefield intelligence. These were typically standard fighters with their armament removed and cameras installed, often with fuel capacity increased to extend range. Their mission was to use their high speed to dash over enemy territory, take photographs of enemy positions, and then race home with the vital intelligence. The photo reconnaissance versions of the British Supermarine Spitfire were famous examples. SEAD. This is a highly specialized and dangerous variant of a fighter or strike aircraft. SEAD stands for Suppression of Enemy Air Defenses. The mission of a Wild Weasel crew is to deliberately fly into a hostile surface-to-air missile zone to bait the enemy into turning on their radar. Once the radar is detected, the Wild Weasel aircraft can fire an anti-radiation missile that homes on the emitter to destroy or suppress the radar and SAM system, reducing the threat to the main strike package. Thanks for watching. What's your favorite fighter jet ever built? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, check out my new shop in the description.